Hey everybody, how you doing? So I'm going to talk about a recent article I read. They are studying Generation X, and they are discovering that they don't have anything saved for retirement. So I'm going to talk about that study real quick. I'm going to make it real quick. So Generation X, born 1965 to 1980, they're stating that they have little to nothing saved for retirement. The study was done by Prudential Financial in Prudential Financial, excuse me. Something about YouTube, I only start coughing when I get on YouTube, and I'm not going to edit it, so just work with me. So, the study was done by Prudential Financial. They're getting their information from Alliance Life Insurance Company and also Northwestern Mutual Company. So, of course, they can't study anybody, like, they can't study everybody. For instance, they didn't come to you and ask you, but they did do a study, Prudential Financial. According to their study, 35% of 65 million Generation X have less than $10,000 saved. Less than $10,000 saved. And 18% have zero. 46% won't have enough savings to be comfortable. So this is Generation X. This group, they're looking at about 10 years to the retirement date. Of course, they're going based off of this retirement age of 65. But if you're in the buy community or the real estate community, you know that people are retiring whenever they get ready. They're not waiting until 65 to retire. 65 is the age that has been given to us that most of the world knows about. But people who are in this little subgroup called the FI community, they're retiring in their 30s, 40s, 50s because they know something that this other group doesn't know. So they're going based off of this age 65 retirement, that they have roughly 10 years to retire, and that there's a lot of things going on right now, such as decrease in benefit pension plans. The economy is uncertain, and then it's uncertain that we will have Social Security benefits or not. So 64% of the people that they have studied worried that they won't have enough money saved for retirement. 55% won't be financially prepared, and 46% believe that they could actually outlive their savings. So they go in this article, they talk about why is Generation X behind on retirement savings. And the conclusions they came up with is that in this age group, you're taking care of kids and you're also taking care of aging parents. So I'm not sure if you are aware, but the images portrayed to you on television that there's like kids running around is changing. People are not having kids the way they used to. Like there's a serious problem going on, and either people don't care or they don't want to acknowledge it. So they're saying that Generation X, they're in this sandwich between taking care of kids and between taking care of their parents. There's increased consumer prices, and that the income is not keeping up with the rising costs of living. So their plan, the people that they studied, they plan to support themselves in retirement by doing the following. 47% expect to retire later. The others, they plan to work part-time after retirement. 45% are thinking of that Social Security will still be here. 45% still think that Social Security will still be here. 20% have a pension. And then 16% plan on living off of their home value. So this is their plan. According to the study, they also concluded that Generation X spends no time a week thinking about retirement, no time a week thinking about retirement, and 67% have no retirement strategy. So they come to the conclusion that they don't have enough for retirement, they're not thinking about retirement, and no strategy. It's also mentioned in the article that the Social Security Trust Fund reserves may be depleted in 2033. And what this would look like is that the Social Security that you receive would be 77% of the benefit. So by being depleted, I would think that you would get nothing, but they're saying you would get 77% of the benefit. So if you're supposed to get 2,000 a month, for example, you would get 77%. So according to the article, they're stating that Social Security may be depleted by 2033. Okay, so this is what they're finding in the studies. You know that I interview people, and the people on my podcast, they're all different ages, and they are doing it. They are doing it out here, right? So I have millennials, I have Gen Zs, and I also have boomers. And they're out competing everything I just read. Everything I just read means nothing. So some tips I would leave, some unwanted tips. I'm going to be quick, but some tips I would leave is to be sure that you're investing in the stock market, no matter what you hear out here, because there are people out here saying that they wouldn't touch the stock market. But the point is that your money should be in a whole bunch of different things, not just one thing, because you don't know what's going to go down. So your money should be in a whole bunch of different things. So the stock market builds wealth. So imagine if you had been in the stock market at the age of 20. Well, some people were in the stock market at the age of 20, right? So that's 20 years, 30 years, their money has been compounding. So making sure that you're in the stock market, that you're investing. Also, making sure that you're buying property. Okay, the people looking at me, you're probably all different ages. And I know there are people out here that are doing better than me because I interviewed you and you're nice enough to watch the podcast. I appreciate that. But so that you don't end up in this situation that I'm reading, or if you're already in this situation, start buying property. Property is going to build your wealth. It appreciates. You didn't do nothing. You didn't do nothing. It appreciates. Your $100,000 house is worth $300,000 now. So imagine how you had been doing that a long time ago. All that at appreciation. Well, we can only go from now, right? So we got to try to just go from now. Buying property, that's going to build your wealth. But just because of the way it works, it appreciates. And it's kind of something that you can't really understand until you see it with your own eyes. Like this $100,000 property is now worth $300,000, and I did nothing. So can imagine if you had a whole bunch of property. So my little tip would be buying property and dabbling into different types until you figure out what it is that you want to do. Now I know which one is getting the cash flow. But figuring out what do you like? Do you like single family? Do you like multifamily? Do you like Airbnb? Do you like midterm rental? Do you like short-term rental? Do you like long-term rental? And then there's just so many other things out here. Do you like storage facilities? Do you like car washes? Car washes. Do you realize it takes $100,000 to get into a car wash, which that that's a lot of money. But did you know that car washes generate 400 to 500,000 a year? See, it's this information that people are keeping from you. Like there's no difference between you and the next person. The only difference is that they're keeping that information from you. That's the difference. So buying property and keep buying property until you get to the age where you're just not interested in buying property anymore. And then keeping your health together, like exercising, even when you don't feel like it, and eating healthy things, even if you don't want to eat healthy things. Like that's the last thing you want to eat is something healthy. So that you can be strong in old age with no diseases. All right, so I'll get to the point. Stock market, buying property, building businesses. If I'm talking to you and you got 10 years to retirement, building businesses. See, all we've been taught is get a job. So at a job, your income is limited. But businesses, do you know you can have multiple businesses? Do you know there are people out here making $50,000 a month with their business? And the thing is, they're not going to share any of that information with you. It's a secret. So, just so you're aware of what's going on, you got 10 years. You better make the best of it. This is your time. The time is now. Stocks, start buying property, start building businesses. You know, they say the retirement age is 65, but this community that I watch, do you know that you can retire in 2 years, 5 years? Do you know how powerful real estate is? I don't think you know. If you knew, you would have been doing this a long, long time ago. And then there are just some people that are just not interested. You know, some people they do know, they have this knowledge and they're just not interested. So you just have to leave them where they are. Like if you're like me, you want to help people, but you gotta learn to just do it alone. All right. So that's the article that wanted to bring to you. They are studying Generation X. So make liars out of the people writing these articles. All right. If you like this channel, please hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button and notification bell next to it so that you won't miss the episode. Please leave a comment. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your support. And before you leave, please hit the like button. Hitting the like button, it helps the channel to grow. They see that people like it, so the algorithm allows more people to view it. So please hit the like button on your way out. Thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Bye for now.